Hello beautiful fashion designers, you're welcome to this channel. This is Bora of Bora Closet, and if you are new, you're welcome. Kindly click on the subscribe button and put on your notification bell so you'll be notified of when I post new videos. Thank you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming around once again. I am so grateful, and don't forget to always like and share our videos, and also drop your comment in the comment section and I will attend to all the comments. And in this tutorial I'll be showing you how I made this basque waist top. It's a simple top that you can rock on either jean, palm trouser, high waist skirt or trouser and all that. And you can see how beautiful it looks on me. I try to just do what is in this picture that you can see on your screen, and if this is what you are interested in knowing, stay with me and enjoy the tutorial. Thank you. I'll be using these 3 yards of fabric for this tutorial. I did not finish it, but this was what I had at the beginning of the tutorial. I also have this stay, and then I have this lining. As much as possible, I always have enough black lining around the house. So this is what I'll be using, and I'll go ahead to fold the fabric for the front part. So on fold I have 15 inches. I added everything I'm going to be measuring on the front part together, and then I have 15 inches. So this is going to be enough to cut the front part. Next, because the zip for this dress is at the front, I'm going to be marking the zip allowance, which is 1.5 inches that I'm marking right there, and I'll mark it all the way down to where I want the basque of the dress to reach, and that is me measuring it there. So from my waist is 16, and the basque is going to stop like 5 inches below my waist, so that means I have 21 inches. I actually added to it later to the 21 inches, and when I get there I'll show you how much I added to it, because it looked like the basque was not enough for me. Then I'll be marking the back measurement, which is 16 divided by 2, and that is 8 inches. Next I'll be marking the chest line, which is my bust divided by 6 plus 1.5, and as always I mark 8 inches because the dress is for me, and that is what my chest line is, which is 8 inches. From there I also marked my under bust length, which is 13.5, after which I marked my half length, which is 16 inches, and then I extended the line of the length of the dress to that area. So all the 4 lines I have here now, the first one is the chest line, the second one is the under bust length, and the third is the waistline, while the last is the length of the top. Then I'm going to connect this together with the chest line to form the armhole curve. I took away 1 inch as the one that will form the shoulder slope, and I marked 3 inches. The 3 inches stopped at that zip allowance line. So this is 3 inches by 3 inches, and I'm going to connect the 3 inches with my French curve to make the neckline. Then I'm going to connect the neckline to the shoulder slope, this 1 inch down, just like we do for normal bodies. And then I have my shoulder slope and my neckline drawn out already. Next, I'm going to be marking my nipple to nipple measurement all the way down, because this dress is a princess dart bustier. So I'm marking that all the way down to the end of the line. Just to finish it up, I decided to connect it with this straight part of the French curve. Then I divided this armhole line into 2. From there I took away a half inch on both sides, and this is my shoulder to nipple measurement, and I'm going to connect from that shoulder to nipple measurement to the place I divided on the armhole line, and that is going to form the princess dart. What I like about this chalk is that it is thick and it shows very well, but it was making my line so thick and unidentifiable, so I had to get the other chalk which does not show as much as this one. Then I'm going to be taking away 1.5 inches from my under bust length and my waist length, and connect it like that with my free hand to the bust point. Then on the other side I'm taking away just half an inch So that will reduce what I have as my nipple to nipple to 3.5. It is just to give it some fitting at that part also. So you're just going to make it slant the way down like that. Follow my hand. I'm going to be extending this armhole because when I'm joining it's going to be shorter. So I have to extend this armhole for this part so that it will be as long as the other side when I cut it. And I'm going to create a new armhole from there. So I extended it by just 1 inch and I made a new armhole for this other part. I extended the neckline to the zip part because I'm going to cut that place off also. Next, I'm going to be transferring the horizontal measurement to the dress, and that is what I'm marking out already. Whatever you are marking, don't forget to just leave out that zip allowance part. If it is going to confuse you, fold in that zip allowance part so you know that what you have is in normal measurements. Don't forget to not mark beyond that zip allowance part. So just divide your bust, your under bust, and your waist measurement by 4 and add the allowance. Don't forget that the 1.5 inches that you removed on the under bust and the waistline will be returned to this side when you are doing your calculations, and I already have that marked out. So from this my half length for the allowance I'll be using to fold it in, I added 1 inch to it so that when I'm done it won't jump up so much. Now to form the basque, from that waistline at the edge I'm going to connect it to the other side just like that in a slanty manner. So I was trying to confirm whether the length of this top is okay or not. Eventually I decided to extend the line by 1.5 inches. Then I have a new line here. I said it earlier that I later extended the length of the top because I was not satisfied with the basque length. From the waistline to this basque length I used 6.5 inches. I had 5 inches initially and I added 1.5 inches to it. That makes it 6.5 inches. Then I'm going to cut out the pieces. Follow me as I cut so that you know the parts to cut. This is just like you sew a princess dart bustier. So I'm cutting the center piece away from the rest of them, and these are the two side pieces that I am cutting now. Tada! The pieces are ready, the front pieces are ready, and I'm going to cut open this zip allowance part, so that makes it 4 pieces for the front part since the zip is at the front. Do not forget this. So this is me arranging all the pieces. So go ahead and notch your zip allowance. So these are the 4 pieces for the front, and I'm going to put them aside to work on the piece for the back. So I have the fabric folded for the back part, and I'm going to just take the center piece, one of the center pieces of the front part, and place it on here to guide me in cutting it. I can decide not to use this also, but this is just going to guide me to know the length I need for the back part. So I'm just going to be extending some of the lines on here. So this is the chest line. I don't need to measure again. I just have to follow the lines on that center piece and extend the lines on the fabric for the front part. So I want to create the armhole curve. The armhole curve for the back does not have that curvy part, that coming in of half an inch. So I'm just going to create the armhole curve from the 2 straight lines there, just like you see me doing. And that is the shoulder to nipple measurement that I also marked out there. 1 inch below that point is where I will have the dart for the back stopping. Then I can take away the center piece now to focus on working on the back piece only. I'm going to mark the shoulder to nipple measurement all the way down just like that. Then on both sides on the waistline I'm going to take away half an inch, which is 0.5 inches, and that is going to be my dart. I'm not going to cut it out, I'm just going to be holding it on the machine with like that. So I'm going to just extend and connect it also to the down part. You can use your ruler, but you can see that I'm using my free hand because I actually prefer using my free hand for this. Then I'm going to be transferring the horizontal measurement, your bust divided by 4, your waist divided by 4, your under bust divided by 4. Then you add the allowance you will use to join and you connect everything. Don't forget to add the 0.5 inches, that is 1 inch that you are taking out for the waist measurement. Don't forget to add it to the measurements when you are marking out your horizontal measurement, because if you don't do that, it's going to shorten your measurement. Then I'm going to mark the neckline, which is 3 inches by 1 inch. You can do a different neckline based on what you want, but this is the neckline for this dress. This is 3 by 1 inch, and I'm also going to be taking away the shoulder slope, which is 1 inch down, and I'll connect the neckline to the shoulder slope just like you see, and that is going to be my shoulder line. Now I can cut out my back piece. So the back piece is ready. This is it right here on your screen. That's that on one side. You're going to transfer it to the other side, but I am just going to do my own when I get to the machine. Just going to measure it and hold it when I get to the machine. So these are all the pieces, the front and the back pieces right in front of you. I have gone ahead to cut lining pieces and hair stay for all the pieces. So these are the back pieces with the hair stay cut already for the lining and for the fabric. So I cut hair stay for the lining and for the fabric, and I am not padding this top. I am not padding it. If you like, you can go ahead and add your wording to it or your bust cup, but I don't want that for it. Sorry, I'm already busty. Even without the bust padding, the dress still look nice on me, and I really don't see a reason why you should go ahead and add that to this. But if you want, you can go ahead and add your wording to it at that bust part. Just cut out the shape you have at that bust part, and or add your bust cup to it. But this is what I have here. I have already ironed the hairstay to all of the pieces, both the fabric and the lining, and I am going to start joining right away. So I'm joining this front part first. So this is what I'm going to be doing on the machine. Sorry, I'm unable to show you how I'm joining this on the machine, but very soon I'll start showing you how to join. That is if you need that, but I'm demonstrating it right here to show you how I'm going to be joining the pieces together. So that piece, one center piece to one side piece and the other center piece to the other side piece. And when I was done, this is what I have on your screen. I've gone ahead to join the pieces together. I sew down the zip allowance part, which I will be losing later. For me to not get confused or to not stress myself, that's why I sewed it down. You can pin it down instead of sewing it down. And these are the two pieces for both the front and the back, looking perfectly joined together already, and I'm going to be placing them on top of each other like this to join the side. So what I did was I joined the lining separately and I joined the fabric separately. After then, I used the lining to turn the front and the back pieces from the side. So I brought them out from the armhole side. I brought both front and the back out from the armhole side, and then I joined the two shoulders together. Then I'm going to be joining the sides right now, and when I was done joining the two sides, this is what I have here. I just used the allowance that I added to all the pieces when I was cutting them. So this is the top right here, looking very neat. The next thing is to cut the sleeve for this dress, and I have a sleeve pattern already cut out. It is what I use for most of my sleeves. So far as the dress is mine, I use the sleeve pattern that I already have. There is no need for me to be cutting new sleeve patterns when I have one already, and since the dress is for me, I don't need new measurements. So this is the sleeve pattern that I'm going to be using. I have the tutorial on my channel if you don't know how to cut a basic sleeve. So I'm just going to be using this sleeve to cut out the sleeves of this dress. So I'm going to be using 21 inches first. I'm not using the entire length of the sleeve just yet because there is a band on the sleeve and also that flare part. Just watch what I am doing. Just extend the line downward from that armhole curve on the sleeve and curve it out just like that. There is no need to shape it out since the sleeve is not fitted. You can even add more to it to make it more puffy. I just use the width of the sleeve pattern that I have at the armhole, and that is what I cut out. I'm going to be cutting out the second sleeve also, just like that. Next, I'll be cutting another part of the sleeve, and that is the part that I'm going to gather. So I'm using 6 inches by 24 inches. So the length is 6 inches and the width is 24 inches, and that is what I'll be gathering on the band of the sleeve, that part that you see gathered that looks like a flare. So I'll just cut two pieces for this, one for one sleeve and the other for the other sleeve. So that means I will have 6 inches by 24 inches in two places. The next part of the sleeve is the band, the part that connects the upper part of the sleeve to the gathered part of the sleeve. So I'll be cutting the band right now, and here you have to measure the round of your wrist like this. So you have to ensure that it is tight enough but not too tight to not go over your wrist, because if it is too tight you will find it difficult to let it move over your wrist. So just do what I am doing to confirm that what you have goes over your wrist. So eventually I cut out 8 inches and I added 1 inch for joining allowance, so that means I have 9 inches long for the band and the width of 3.5 inches. So I folded this into two because this is 7 inches unfold like this, and I was able to get 4 pieces because I doubled the band. So I used 2 pieces each for each band. That means I have 9 inches by 3.5 inches in 4 places, which will make it 2 pieces per band. The next thing is to join the band to the upper part of the sleeve. So I'm going to be joining the band separately first and also join the upper part of the sleeve separately before I now place it on the sleeve, on the upper part of the sleeve, to pleat the upper part of the sleeves on the band. So I cannot attach the band to the upper part of the sleeve without joining the band first. So I just have to put the band together and join it by that side, the half inch there. After joining it, then I'm going to pleat this upper part of the sleeve to it. So this is the result here. You can see what I was saying. So if you don't join it separately, it won't puff all round. If you join the band to the sleeve before joining both of them separately, you are not going to have those puffs all round. It's going to be straight on that part, on one part, that joining part. So what you do is to join the band separately, join the upper part of the sleeve separately. After then, you can now attach the band to the upper part of the sleeve and fold the excess on the band. Next thing is to attach the flare part, this part, to the sleeve like this. You're just going to also join this part. Just after joining it, then you are going to gather it on the band. So when you are done fixing the three parts of the sleeves together, this is what you will have, and you are ready to join the sleeves to the top. I have already attached the zipper to the top. This is what it looks like. Next, I'll be attaching the already joined sleeves to the top. I have overlocked every part of the sleeve. All the rough edges, I have already overlocked them, and I have ironed the two sleeves out. So I'll just be placing the two sleeves on the top to join the sleeves to the top. You can see how beautiful the sleeves look. So if you don't follow it that way, you are not going to have this puffiness all around. I don't know whether you get what I am trying to say, because some people may join it together and sew it down together, but you do it separately. Join the upper part of the sleeve separately, join the band separately, join the flare part separately. Then you can now attach the three to one another. So this is the top right here. The top is ready. You can go ahead and cut off all the ropes, anything that you see that is not good on it, that will not make your work look neat. So when I wore this top, I discovered that it was revealing some part of my upper waist, and that was because I did not wear it with a high waist skirt or trouser. So I decided to add some pleated fabric onto that basque area, and this is what it gave me right here, and I think I love this better than the original style. Actually, I don't like wearing common styles. I always want to twist my styles, but for the purpose of tutorials, you have to follow what you are doing, like pick a style and follow the style for the purpose of learner. So this is what I eventually turned the top into. If you love this, fine, and if it is the one without this pleated part that you like, go ahead and make your own and rock it on any kind of trouser or skirt. So this is where the tutorial is going to end, and if you enjoyed the tutorial, please Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Please do that now. If you have not subscribed yet, kindly subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay good, stay safe, and bye.